All right, Chargers Nation, are you ready for a jolt of news that'll light up your fandom? Today, SoFi Stadium is buzzing with rumors that could flip our season upside down. We've got a blockbuster trade in the works, a defensive game changer, a free agent saga that's got everyone talking, and a draft strategy that's pure genius. Want to know how this sets us up for a Super Bowl run? Grab a seat, smash that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into these bombshells. Which story's gonna blow your mind the most? And here we go, Chargers fans, picturing a beast on our defensive line making quarterbacks quake. The rumor mill's churning. Trey Hendrickson, the dude who topped the NFL with 17. 5 sacks last season, might be packing his bags from Cincinnati. He's clashing hard with the Bengals over cash, and if they don't settle, he's vowed to sit out 2025. Enter the Los Angeles Chargers, who, according to RB Hayek from Clutch Points, are the prime team to snag this stud. But hold up, this move comes with a hefty price tag. Imagine Hendrickson, with 57 sacks in just 4 years, tearing it up. He doesn't just rack up sacks, he pressures QBs 46 times a season, forcing bad throws. Perfect for our D, which already has Khalil Mack as a cornerstone but needs more juice after moving on from Joey Bosa. Tuli Tuipulotu's looking solid, but Bud Dupree and Kyle Kennard aren't enough. With Hendrickson, we could have one of the scariest defenses in the league, ready to take on the AFC's big dogs. But here's the catch. Landing him means coughing up a first-round pick. Yeah, a first-rounder for a 30-year-old. Plus he's demanding a fat contract, more than the $15. $8 million he's set to earn in 2025. Fans are splitsome or screaming, he's our ticket to the Super Bowl, while others worry about betting the farm on a veteran. On X, I saw posts like, Hendrickson's a game changer but a first-rounder? Ouch! Strategically, it's a high-stakes gamble. Our defense is trending up with Mack and Tuipulotu, but we need that X factor. Hendrickson could be it, but can we handle the cap hit? It's the kind of call that keeps Jim Harbaugh up at night. And while we're dreaming of sacks, there's another bombshell about to hit our secondary. And just as we're wrapping our heads around Trey Hendrickson powering up our D-line, another shockwave hits Chargers Nation. Our secondary, that Achilles heel, might get a major boost. Xavian Howard, former Dolphins star, is eyeing an NFL comeback, and the Chargers are in the mix. Per Omar Kelly of the Miami Herald, Howard, who sat out 2024 for personal reasons, is open to deals. He's talked with the Cowboys and Bengals but hasn't signed. Now Jim Harbaugh, who's all about winning in the trenches, might target this veteran to shore up our backfield. Howard's no slouch drafted in 2016. He's an all-pro, with a knack for picks that makes fans drool. Our secondary, even with Dante Jackson and Benjamin St-Juste, struggles against guys like Mahomes, Allen, and Lamar Jackson. Cam Hart, our young corner, isn't ready to lock down a starting spot. Howard could bring veteran savvy and leadership. On X, fans are hyped. Howard's a lockdown corner. AFC, watch out. But some are skeptical. Can he still ball after a year off? Strategically, it's a smart play. With plenty of cap space, we can offer Howard a deal that works without breaking the bank. He doesn't need to be the top dog, just a steady hand while Hart grows. The risk? His rust after a year away. Harbaugh knows that to compete with the AFC's elite, our secondary needs to step up. Howard could be the missing piece to make our defense a fortress. But the suspense lingers. Will he pick LA or head back to Miami? And speaking of the secondary, there's a drama unfolding with a former Charger that's got everyone buzzing. While we're still buzzing about Xavian Howard bolstering our secondary, a ghost from our past is stirring things up. Asante Samuel Jr., our former cornerback, is still a free agent, and the silence around him is deafening. After a 2024 season plagued by injury stingers in both shoulders and neck surgery in April, Samuel hasn't signed anywhere. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler dropped the scoop. He's recovering, with a checkup set for July, and teams like the Saints and Dolphins are sniffing around. Why does this matter to us? Samuel was a rising star in LA, but 2024 was a nightmare. Put on IR after our bye week, he never returned. That cost us big. No contract before the 2025 draft meant no compensatory pick. Fans are torn. Some are like, he's done after those injuries let him go. Others argue, if he's healthy, he's a steal. On X, it's heated. Samuel could have been our CB1. Losing him without a return stings, and it's a wake-up call. Our secondary needs help, as we saw with Howard. Letting Samuel walk shows Harbaugh needs to be bolder in the market. If he signs with a rival like Miami, it'll hurt to see an ex-Charger shine against us. The silver lining? Our cap space lets us chase big names to fill that gap. But the question hangs. Will Samuel bounce back or fade into obscurity? And while we're chewing on that, there's a slick draft move that could shape our future. And just as we're processing the Asante Samuel Jr. saga, the Chargers pull a masterstroke that could supercharge our future. The spotlight's on J.K. Dobbins, our running back, who's on the market with a rare UFA tender. If he signs elsewhere like with the Washington Commanders, who are circling, we could score a compensatory pick in the 2026 draft. ESPN's Matt Bowen dropped a gem. Dobbins would be a perfect fit in Washington, battling Brian Robinson Jr. and even ex-Charger Austin Eckler. What's the deal for us? Dobbins, when healthy, is a beast. 27 runs of 10-plus yards in 2024, with explosive speed and vision. If he signs with the Commanders, his contract value and snap count will determine our pick. It's likely a 7th rounder, but if he balls out and hits incentives, we could snag a 3rd or 4th rounder. Fans are pumped. Dobbins in Washington? That's a pick in the bag. But some worry. What if he just comes back for a 10% raise? Strategically, it's a brilliant move. The UFA tender gives us options. If Dobbins stays, he's cheap. If he goes, we gain draft capital. The catch? If Mike Williams and Tyler Conklin hit their incentives, they could cancel out Dobbins' pick. Still, Dobbins in Washington, duking it out with Eckler for RB2 or even RB1 could be a goldmine. Harbaugh's playing chess, and it's got us dreaming of a stacked 2026 draft. Chargers Nation, what a day. Trey Hendrickson could make our defense a nightmare, but at what cost? Xavian Howard might lock down our secondary against the AFC's best. Asante Samuel Jr.'s saga reminds us every move matters, and J.K. Dobbins' tender is a genius play for 2026. It's time to dream big, but stay sharp. What's your take? Go all in for Hendrickson or double down on the secondary? Drop it in the comments, hit that like button, and let's shout. Bolt up!